Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have the EZA details for the upcoming EZAs of the AGL Zamasu, the TEQ Trunks, Zamasu and Gawasu, and also Mai. Shout out Goresh for the translations, I will leave his link down in the description. When the Global and JP Sync Up happens, Goresh won't be doing what anymore, so what an absolute OG to the community. But let me know down in the comments what you think of these EZAs. Do you like them? Are you not? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so we have the old details and the EZA, so we can do a direct comparison. So now, after EZAing, Zamasu will be leading Realm of Gods with the full 170 rather than 170 attack and 130 defense. And we'll be given extreme class key plus 3, HP and attack and defense plus 130 instead of just the old 120. On super attack, he will cause immense damage to the enemy and greatly lower defense. Now, he stacks defense. I haven't seen the rest of his details, but one thing that Zamasu has going for him is he has a ton of damage reduction. So if he's stacking with damage reduction, already we're in business. Already we're cooking. We're cooking. Dokkan has chefed. He'll also cause immense damage to the enemy and greatly lower defense. His old passive, he'll just get the attack plus 100% and 40% damage reduction. This is what I mean. He had a ton of damage reduction, no defense. So he has a good foundation to go off of. He recovers 7% HP when HP is 70% or less, and of course, transforms when conditions are met. Now, gets attack and defense plus 140%, good start. Extreme class allies key plus 2. Can you imagine if he gave full support as well, like extreme class key plus 2, attack and defense plus like 20-30%, maybe even 50. I'll still take the key plus 2. Keeps the 40% damage reduction, recovers 10% HP rather than 70. Sorry, 7, definitely not 70. If it was 70, that'd be wild. Recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn, and recovers 20% HP at the end of the turn. Alright. Okay. So in base, not only does he finally have the defense he needs with the 40% damage reduction, he also supports extreme class allies with key and now has 10% HP like recovery at the start of turn and recovers 20% HP at the end of turn. Damn, this guy has a ton of healing. That's decent. Make sure you're getting your extreme class units you're running with this guy along with the new LR merge Zamasu. Make sure you're getting them to level 10 links and make sure that big bad boss's link is at level 10 links as well. So you don't have to wait for the HP condition. Alright. So far we're cooking right now. So when you go into Fusion Zamasu, which you should get by turn 3, you're literally in the base form for one turn. On super attack beforehand, you would cause immense damage to the enemy and greatly lower defense. Now causes or raises attack and defense, causes immense damage and greatly lowers defense. You stack both, or is that? It doesn't say for the turn, so he stacks attack and defense once he transforms. So that means the entire time you're using Zamasu for the majority of the fight before you get the active, he's going to be stacking defense with all this damage reduction the entire time while healing. Damn, I said Dokkan couldn't fumble, but yeah, I didn't think they would be cooking this hard. They got the MSG in there. They wanted some extra flavor. Shit. All right. So the old passive was key plus 2, attack plus 120, damage reduction of 40%, recovers 10% HP when HP is 80% or less. Now, key plus 2, attack and defense plus 150%, extreme class allies key plus 2, he keeps the support. Nah, they knew not to give him attack and defense in there as well. But he keeps the support, which is nice. Damage reduction of 50%. Again, this is why stacking defense since base. Which I know isn't that long, it's literally one turn, but still, this is why stack it while stacking defense the entire time. Gains an additional attack plus 50% when performing a super attack. Perform an additional super attack during the turn where this character receives an attack. Damn, okay. That additional super is guaranteed. There's no chance. This additional super is guaranteed. If you get hit, this additional is guaranteed to happen. Recovers 10% HP when HP is 90% or less. Recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn for every time this character receives 5 or more hits during battle. Which for Red Zone and like Shadow Dragon event content is not that difficult. The one thing all this healing is going to make difficult, right? The only qualm I can see right now is with all this healing, it's going to make getting the domain out for Zamasu a little bit more difficult. But other than that, this AGL Zamasu is ridiculously good. He shares 6 out of 7 links with the new merge Zamasu. This rotation is actually going to be disgusting. Like, it's so good. And it's not even out yet. He's looking insane. So then we have the active skill where he goes into Corrupt Zamasu, or technically it's still Fusion Zamasu, as Goresh says here, post-transformation, because he has the same name, haha. On the old super attack, he will cause immense damage to enemy and massively lower defense. Now, massively raises attack for 1 turn. Now, one thing the active for both these units, the same still applies from what I'm seeing here, is you're going to want to use the active when you want to do more damage. So you're most likely going to use the active skill on Merge Zamasu. Even before I read the rest of the details, you're going to want to use the active skill when you're going for the big damage, when you're going for the win. So it wouldn't surprise me if he loses a lot of defensive ability right now, but massively raise attack for 1 turn is huge, especially while you're stacking the entire time in just normal Fusion Zamasu as well. Cause immense damage to an enemy and massively lowers defense. The old passive was Ki +4, attack +280, damage reduction of 20%, disables enemy's guard, superclass allies minus 10% attack. Now it's Ki +6. Damn, okay. Attack +300%, defense +100%. All right, so he keeps a bit of the defense, but I'm guessing he loses a lot. Damage reduction of 30%. That's still not bad, you know. Gain an additional attack +50% and a 50% chance to perform a critical hit when performing a super attack. So he has built-in crit now. This is what I mean. The active skill for both these units were, I'm going for big damage now. So you'll most likely want to get the active skill off when you're going for the win, when you're going for the kill, when you need the extra damage. Perform an additional super attack every time this character performs 2 or more attacks in battle. Gain additional defense +50% performing a super attack for 3 turns from first appearance. That's really nice. Disables enemy's guard, superclass allies, and enemies attack minus 10%. Alright, that's a bit weird. So, when you use his active on Fusion Zamasu, he will do a guaranteed additional super attack every time this character performs 2 or more attacks in battle. If you'll notice, in this passive, he doesn't have no built-in additionals. So that means that part of his passive is relying on the hidden potential system or skill orbs triggering, and you getting an additional from there. And then if you're lucky enough, he will perform a second or perform an additional super attack guaranteed. Which is kind of mad when you consider he'll massive raise attack again for the turn. Alright, so that's dependent on if you have dupes or if you have skill orbs equipped. So if you don't have any dupes in this guy, make sure you go put skill orbs on, because that extra damage will be huge. But as I said, you only want to get this transformation out. You only want to use the active when you're going for the damage, when you're going for the win. Other than that, just keep him in this, because he'll be stacking attack and defense the entire time, have all that damage reduction, the extra defense, the defense you've been stacking since base, which is not a lot, but still, he'll keep the support, he'll keep the HP recovery. And as I said, when you want to go for the kill, when you want the extra damage, is when you use the active skill. Other than that, AGL Zamasu is looking ridiculously good. Cannot wait to run him with the LR Merge Zamasu as well. Okay, then we have Trunks, who leader skill is following the same pattern. So Future Saga now gets the full 170, the superclass gets 130. On his old super attack, he would stack attack, cause immense damage to the enemy. Now, still stacks attack by 30% or 20%. I think it's 30 though. And greatly raises defense by 50% for 3 turns. That's not bad. That gives him a bit of extra like coverage for a couple turns before you get the transformation, which isn't difficult at all, but I mean, it's there. His old passive was attack and defense plus 100%, transforms when conditions are met. Now it's attack and defense plus 140%, superclass allies Ki +2. So they are mirroring each other, obviously. It would have been nice if there was some attack and defense in there, especially because you would run this guy with the new VB. So at least Goku and Vegeta would get a little bit extra attack and defense. But still, it's still decent. Perform an additional attack, there's a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 30% during the turn when attacking. Alright. So Trunks not only has a built-in additional here, but also has built-in crit chance. Not bad. I mean, He doesn't have the damage reduction and the healing of Zamasu, but in terms of actual damage and stacking him up a bit more and getting some extra defense in the turn by 50%, it's not bad. It's not bad. His old passive, once you transform him into Super Saiyan, was raise attack and defense, cause immense damage to the enemy. Now, it's greatly raise attack and defense and cause immense damage to the enemy. So he's going to stack by 50% on both attack and defense once in Super Saiyan. That's nice. His old passive was attack and defense plus 120, key plus 1, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% at the start of each turn. Key up to 4, attack and defense up to 80%. Now, attack and defense plus 150, superclass allies get key plus 2, key plus 1 plus an additional attack and defense plus 25% at the start of each turn, which is key up to 4, attack and defense up to 100%. Perform an additional attack, there's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. And again, don't forget, you're going to be stacking by 50% each time as well. So that's really nice. Perform an additional attack, there's a 50% chance of becoming a super attack once 4 turns have elapsed from the first appearance. Transform the critical hit plus 30% during the turn when attacking. It's nice that he has all the additionals and crits built in. So at least that way, if you do have dupes in this Trunks, you could potentially super attack a few times in one turn and stack him up multiple times, all by 50%. All while having 30% chance to crit and anything else you have in the dupe system as well. He's not as defensively solid as Zamasu, but he's still decent. He's still pretty good, I won't lie. Zamasu, I think, is on a whole nother level just because of how much he's offering. But Trunks is still very good. I still think Trunks is good. But Zamasu just has so much going for him. He's definitely going to outshine Trunks. But yeah, I mean, once the 4 turns have elapsed, that's a guaranteed additional, right? Oh, no, 50% chance. And then again, when you consider dupes or skill orbs, that's another super attack. So you could potentially super attack 3 times in one turn with the hidden potential system combined with a 30% chance to crit and any crit chance you have in a potential system. So that's a decent amount of damage to do in one turn while potentially stacking 3 times in one turn as well. I like that. Actually, no, 4, because you have your base super attack, you have the 70% chance of additional, you have the once the 4 times have elapsed 50% chance, and dupes. Yeah. That's a decent amount of damage, all while stacking potentially, best case scenario, 4 times in one turn. I like that a lot. He's not as good as Zamasu, but I am actually very intrigued to actually use him in difficult content and see how he performs and where we can get him to. So this is once you use the active skill when he brings out the Sword of Hope. He used to on super attack cause immense damage to enemy and massively lower defense. Now he massively raises attack for 1 turn, just like Zamasu causes immense damage to the enemy and massively lowers defense. His old passive was attack plus 30%, defense plus 10% per key sphere obtained. Attacks effective against all types. Randomly change key spheres of a certain type to TEQ key spheres once only. Now it's attack plus 40% of defense plus 20% per key sphere obtained. Performs critical hits. So this is guaranteed. That's really nice. Superclass allies key plus 3 and gain an additional attack plus 50% when collecting 4 or more key spheres. Randomly change key spheres of a certain type to TEQ key spheres. So once again, the same thing applies to Trunks, where if you're going for that big damage, you're going for the kill shot, is when you want to use that active. I think more so on Trunks, just because for the most part, all of his bulk is coming from him stacking. And the fact he can do it multiple times in a turn is really going to help him, especially through like the harder hitting enemies we've seen with like Rose, Cell, Sin, Omega on JP. You're gonna want to keep this Trunks out for as long as possible and then only bring this guy out when you're going for the kill shot, especially because most of his passive relies on him getting orbs, which he is an orb changer, but this is when you're going for the kill shot, change the field, get all those orbs, big damage, boom, done. But for the most part, more so than Zamasu, you want to keep him in Super Saiyan and leave his active for as long as possible, it seems. Then we have Gawasu and Zamasu. We're just going to skip over the leader skill because it's not important. You're not going to be running it. So before on Super Attack, they will cause supreme damage to the enemy and seal. Now they greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn, cause supreme damage to the enemy and seal. Their old passive was all allies key plus 2, defense plus 70%. High chance of evading enemies attack. And then key plus 5 and attack plus 100% when attacking extreme class allies. Now it's all allies key plus 3, defense plus 70%. Grant all allies an additional key plus 1 and attack plus 30% if all allies attacking in the same turn on Realm of Gods category. 50% chance of evading enemies attack. Ki +5, attack +140, defense +70% when attacking extreme class enemies, attack +70% and defense +140 when attacking superclass enemies, gain an additional attack and defense +70% when performing a super attack. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not sure where you would run him, because of course with the new fusions of Zamasu, superclass allies do take a hit. Unless, you know, you want to take that risk. But the EZA is not bad. And then following up Mai, on her old super attack, she would cause supreme damage with a high chance to stun. Now she raises defense by 30% for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a high chance of stunning. Old passive was time travel category allies, Ki +2, attack and defense +40%, and a 50% chance of stunning the attacked enemy. Now it's defense +120, attack +80% when attacking. Time travelers Ki +2 attack and defense +40%. And if those allies are also superclass, they get an additional Ki +1 and attack and defense +10%. That's really nice. 50% chance of stunning the attacked enemy, 70% chance to evade attacks from an enemy hit by the character's super attack within the same turn. If there is a future saga category enemy, gain an additional defense +80%, and if HP is 70%, reveal the location of enemy super attacks. The scout run support is really nice. I think she would be a little bit fragile. The funny thing is, with that 70% chance to dodge and then going a full dodge build on Mai, I'd be really tempted to run her with the new Trunks. And if I had him, the new Vegito Blue as well. Because you've got that safety precaution of the Scouter. You've got the 70% chance to dodge and you've got a fat amount of support. I'm not gonna lie, it would be a little bit risky relying on the dodge, but I would do it for the pure shits and giggles. But these EZAs are looking very, very good. Zamasu looks amazing. Cannot wait to use him with the new LR merge Zamasu. Trunks looks pretty good. The 2 side ones, not bad. I really want to try Mai just for the fun of it, but the 2 main ones look very good, especially Zamasu. I'm glad they didn't fumble. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.